Hey y'all, I am here with a review and it is on the Wet n Wild Pro Brush Set. This retails for $30. Sorry, made my lighting go dim there. It retails for $30 and I purchased this at Walgreens. Now it comes with 10 brushes and it's designed to, cover the whole face. It's beautiful. It says it's designed with an ergonomic handle. Some of these feel very sturdy and almost like it's metal, and then some of these feel like they're plastic. So I have my thoughts on this and I'm unsure about what I'm gonna do. I'm like, am I gonna keep it? Am I gonna just give them up? I just don't know. I've used all the brushes except for the contour brush. I actually have a few contour brushes the same shape and I just use them instead. I don't know why I just didn't decide to use this one, but I don't know what I'm gonna do about these. So let me just go over the brushes and their features or their functions, and then we'll talk about what I should do. Okay, so you see the first brush here, and it is, and then there, let me just tell you real quick, it's like a rose gold. It's a very, or maybe like a light pink, very, very sheer pink color handle. You can see there that there is still staining on it, but I use this to blend out any of my concealer. Now there are the 3 eye brushes, and then this is where I come to the I don't like this kit. I have purchased cheap brushes before. I've purchased cheap brushes off of Amazon and I've purchased cheap brushes off of eBay. They ended up being what I call too synthetic for my liking. So what I mean by too synthetic is they don't pick up the product well, and I don't feel like they blend the product out well. Like once it's on the brush, it just kind of like makes your shadow skip around. It just doesn't blend it out nicely. And I use, different shadows, different brands, and I usually don't have an issue with blending out my shadows. I think the only shadow palette that I had an issue blending out was that Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 palette. That palette I had a lot of issues blending out, and I did end up getting rid of it because I didn't care for the formula. All my other, from Wet n Wild, Morphe, ColourPop, all the way up to Urban Decay, Anastasia, I don't have an issue blending out. So I know it's not the shadows, it's the brush. And for the most part, like this brush right here, this little contour brush, like you would use it for, your contouring or for like underneath your eye. Underneath my eye, it worked okay. Putting stuff into my, crease here, I should say, not contour. Putting stuff into my crease, it kind of set it there and it didn't move it around. This brush here, when I wanted to pack shadow onto my eyelid, same thing. It would place it and then I could not move it around. This brush here, which is a little bit, fatter, it's a blending brush. It's, a smaller version of this brush, the highlight brush. This brush here did a decent job of moving the product around and blending it out, but I still felt like it's patchy. So these 3 brushes here, I'm not a fan of the eye brushes. I just don't care for. The contour brush, it's a unique brush. Most people don't have contour brushes. I already have 2 contour brushes, so it's not like I need a 3rd. And then, as far as large powder brushes, I own so many darn large powder brushes. It's like I didn't need another one. I don't know why I picked up this kit. This concealer brush, it's not my favorite way to blend out concealer. So my favorite way to blend out concealer would be, where are you? This is a $3 e.l.f. concealer brush, and this is my favorite way to blend out concealer. This is my favorite way to blend out concealer. This is my favorite way to apply or put setting powder on top of my concealer. I absolutely love this brush. I only own one. I really need to pick up a second. But these are also synthetic bristles, and I don't have an issue with these. When I wash this brush, I get all the product out. This is a freshly washed brush, and I don't see any product in it. Even though it's black, I don't see any product in it settling into it. So it washes better, whereas this one's stained. I couldn't get the product out, and it's just not my favorite. It's just too small. Like, I need it to be bigger. I need it to be bigger. Like, if I was going to place concealer, it'd be one thing, but to blend it out, it just takes forever with this little bitty brush. I need it to be a little bit bigger. The highlighting brush was awesome. I love highlighting brushes that are shaped this size. I have several. I have one from Morphe, which the hairs are going everywhere. I have this one from Morphe. I have one from BH Cosmetics. And I love these brushes. So the Morphe one's kind of getting on my nerves because the bristles are going everywhere. I'm going to need to put a brush guard on it. But this brush is, you know, it's the same shape as these. And this is my Morphe one. This is my BH Cosmetics one. And I love both of them. So it's not like I wouldn't love this brush because I love those two. I love the shape. I love this for highlighting. It's also good for placing powder to set your concealer. But there again, I already have those brushes. Do I need another? This brush here, actually, I really enjoyed. I don't own one particular this shape. I have one that is slanted, but this has kind of like a crevice in the middle, almost like if you were going to put your liquid foundation, it would hold it right there. And it's a nice brush. So I think I would get use out of this brush, but it's like, is it worth keeping the whole set? This bronzer brush is really nice. You know, it just placed it out really easy. The only thing about it is I tried a different bronzer brush today. I used my Royal and Langnickel one that I got in my BoxyCharm. This is the Moda brushes. It's the pointed blush brush, but I used it as bronzer. This was perfect because it had that point. This is more splayed, you know, it's just, you know, really wide, and so it puts bronzer everywhere. So my cheek ends up from here to here, whereas this like just fell right into the crack of my cheekbone. This is a nice brush. I just don't know if I was in love with it. This brush right here, I actually really like. I like the shape of it. It's multi-purpose. You can use it for blush, contour, highlight, placing concealer, or not concealer, placing powder underneath your eye. I enjoyed this brush. It can also be for, you know, doing a finer bronzer. So this brush is a really nice brush. The size of it, the shape of it, the make of it, you know, just, it's a really nice brush. Do I want to take it back and get my $30 back? That I don't know. It's like I really don't need more brushes, but the ferrule, you know, the ferrule and the handle caught my eye. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm really into these brushes now. I got this brush from e.l.f. and I really liked the shape of the handle. Like I liked the, you know, pointedness. I liked the acrylic. So when I saw these, I was like, ooh, I like those. I like those kind of brushes because one, it sits in my brush cup really nicely compared to these fat handled ended brushes like Moda. Although I love the Moda brushes, the fat ends are just ridiculous to put in your, you know, your makeup cup, especially the Real Techniques brushes. These suckers are so fat. I know that it's so you can stand them up, but the width of the end of these brushes gets on my nerves. So I was really interested in these brushes, so I went ahead and I picked them up. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. I don't know. Help me decide. Help me decide. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you like me, give me a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.